If you're scrolling through endless options for a wine fridge and thinking, I don't want to waste money on something that looks great on the shelf but falls short when I actually use it, you're not alone. Most of us have been there standing in the aisle, staring at a glossy stainless steel unit, wondering whether the price tag really matches the performance we need. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. The fear of buying the wrong cooler is real, especially when you're trying to protect a growing collection or keep a few bottles ready for the weekend dinner party. Let's break down what makes the Bonnlo 160-bottle dual-zone wine cooler different from the generic models you see on most sites, and whether those differences matter in the everyday scenarios you care about. First off, the dual-zone climate control is the headline feature. It means you can set one compartment to around 55 degrees for reds and another to about 45 degrees for whites or sparkling wines, and the system will keep each side stable. For a collector who likes to age a few reds while also having a few chilled whites on hand, that separation eliminates the compromise of a single-zone fridge where you're constantly juggling temperatures. From a practical standpoint, the 160-bottle capacity lands you in a sweet spot between a compact countertop cooler and a massive walk-in cellar. If you host a dinner for 12 and want a decent variety, say, 3 bottles of a full-bodied Cabernet, a couple of Pinot Noirs, a few Chardonnays, and a sparkling for the toast, you'll have enough space to keep everything at the right temperature without crowding. The shelves are adjustable, so you can fit larger format bottles like magnums or even a few champagne flutes without sacrificing too much room for standard 750 milliliters bottles. In my own setup, I've arranged the red side with a couple of larger bottles for aging and used the white side for everyday drinking, and the flexible shelving has meant I never have to shuffle bottles around just to make room. Now, let's talk about the cooling engine. Bonnlo uses a commercial-grade compressor that's marketed as whisper quiet, and in practice it does stay relatively unobtrusive. If your wine fridge lives in an open kitchen or near a home theater, you won't constantly hear the hum that can be a problem with cheaper thermoelectric models. The digital LED touch controls are another practical win. You can see both zones' temperatures at a glance, and setting them is as easy as tapping a few times. The interface also displays a small error code if something goes off track, which is helpful for troubleshooting before a bottle goes bad. That said, there are hidden trade-offs that become clear once the unit is in the house. The cooler's dimensions, just under 2 feet wide and a little over 3 feet tall, mean you need a dedicated spot, whether you're freestanding in a dining room or tucking it into a built-in niche. For a small apartment with a compact kitchen, that footprint can be a deal-breaker. The unit also weighs a good amount, so moving it later for a remodel isn't a weekend project. Energy consumption is another consideration. A compressor of this size will pull more power than a thermoelectric cooler, which translates to higher electric bills over the long haul. If you're only storing a handful of bottles, the extra cost may not be justified. Who should actually buy this? If you're a serious enthusiast who already has a cellar that's at capacity, or if you run a small restaurant or a wine-focused bar and need to keep reds and whites at their ideal temps simultaneously, the dual-zone design and larger capacity make a lot of sense. It also appeals to people who enjoy aging a few bottles while still wanting a ready-to-drink selection for guests. The stainless steel finish with a double-layered glass door looks sleek, and the ability to set it up as a built-in unit means it can blend into a modern kitchen design without feeling like an afterthought. Who should skip it? If you're a casual drinker who typically has a single case or two on hand, the price and size quickly become overkill. Renters who can't make permanent alterations to their kitchen might find the built-in option impractical, and the weight makes it a hassle to move out. Likewise, anyone on a tight budget would probably get more bang for their buck from a smaller single-zone cooler that meets the basic need of keeping wine at a safe temperature without the extra bells and whistles. Let's run through a couple of everyday scenarios to see the cooler's real-world impact. Picture a Saturday brunch where you serve a chilled roast and a sparkling Prosecco alongside a brunch-friendly white. With the cooler's white zone set to 40 degrees, you can pull a bottle straight from the fridge and have it perfectly chilled in seconds. No